Hey all, thanks for tuning in to this semi 10th anniversary Living in 8 Bits reunion. Look at all the people around. Yay! We tried to get as many people here today as we can. Some people may still pop in and out.
It's Diana.
Yeah, like we got Diana here, we got Joey, we got Lori, we got Sarah, we got Carmen, we got Kevin.
Why do I got to be second to last?
Because usually you reserve the best towards
For
the last.
second to last.
Second to last, yeah.
For second to last.
So what this kind of came out of was that we were talking for months about doing a soft reboot and doing it as a surprise for all the Living in 8 Bits fans out there, because it's Mixed Nuts 25th anniversary. It's also the Living in 8 Bits 10th anniversary. And we literally did shoot one episode, and then a week later, this whole quarantine happened. And we weren't able to film anything else, but we had plans to shoot about 4 or 5 different episodes. And then this all happened. But we've been seeing that people have been doing these Zoom meetings, podcasts, vlogcasts, whatever you want to call them. So I reached out to the group and, see if anybody wanted to get together and do this and talk about the series and some memories. And here we are. So if you guys out there watching like this want us to do more, we'll do more. But let's go around. So we'll start with Lori. Lori, how you been with this quarantine and what have you been up to since we last saw you?
Well, I should go get the baby again, probably, because that's the main thing that I have been up to. I've kind of silver lining for me is that I'm home with my baby girl who turned 6 months old today. So I get to spend a lot of time with her. And otherwise, I've just kind of been working from home. I had a lot of work get canceled, but I'm teaching voice lessons at home and, trying to do some other little projects that have been put off because, busy with motherhood and that kind of thing. And we've worked in the yard a lot, and I'm out on my sun porch right now because it's so nice out here.
Yeah.
Nice out today in New Jersey. So that's a good thing. That's about it.
Well, speaking, now we're in Jersey. We're going to hop to the West Coast. We're going to go to Diana. Diana, we haven't seen you in a bit because you moved to LA. How's life out there?
It's amazing, except now in quarantine because I live in a very small apartment, so I don't have a sun porch or a backyard or anything like that. If I want to go outside, it's, with everybody else outside. So, but it's good. I eat well, I exercise, I watch a lot of TV. So other than that, it's good.
So very cool. Well, we'll keep with the ladies. We'll go to Sarah. Sarah, what have you been up to?
So for the length of the quarantine, I'm rooming with a couple of people. So I didn't have to stay home alone in my little apartment. So that was a transition. Been here for about a month now. And we do a lot of yoga. We do a lot of clean eating. Even going out to the store is kind of an adventure. We split up into teams and we have our masks and our gloves and, it's split up our chores. So we're not going to as many places and stuff like that. So it's been interesting. It's been an adjustment. But Gidget's here with me. So everything's good.
Yeah, we'll have to see Gidget later.
Yeah, where is Gidget?
Let's see, she's sleeping, but I'll wake her up.
Gidget! Such a good screen dog.
Oh my goodness.
She's going back for her nap. She's I can't believe you said that to me.
Joey, how about you?
Hey, it's Kevin O'Connor. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing?
What's up, Joe?
That's what I've been doing. I've been thinking about Kevin O'Connor. I was like, man, I really wish I could see him again. And then here I am.
The truth comes out. I've been ignoring your Zoom calls. Now I understand why.
That's all right. That's all right. So I've been working from home from all this. I haven't worn pants in a while. I am in Nightmare Before Christmas pajamas, actually.
Uh-oh.
You could say. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So it's nice not wearing pants. I've been I'm back in school. I took a full course load on free courses online, just for the heck of it, through Coursera. So I've been doing that in my free time and a lot of Sudoku.
How about Kev? How you doing out on the West Coast?
Good. I hope you guys don't hear a random fighter jet flying over. I live in the end of San Diego area, kind of near Mexico, so we're a very strategic military base. So that means like on the weekends you just hear like F-15s. I'm throwing F-15 out there, flying back and forth, and they're not quiet. They're actually quite loud. It turns out. But anyway, so I apologize for that. Otherwise, I've been freelancing before the quarantine and was in a play that was about to open, and now we don't know when it will open. So just been kind of hanging, playing probably an embarrassing amount of video games. I think that's safe to say. And maybe also watching a lot of random Disney Plus. I got Disney Plus. I was like, I want to watch The Mandalorian, and I did. And then after like that day was over, I was like, I watched all of the Star Wars Resistance, Rebels. And
Rebels, yeah.
Very good. Really liked it. I'm embarrassed to say how much I liked it.
No, it was good.
So, yeah, just hanging. Got some little cats here that follow me everywhere. I had to shut them out of the room so they wouldn't meow during all of this. Yeah, just probably trying to stay sane as much as possible. That's been number one goal of the quarantine, and you guys can tell me how well I'm doing when we're done.
Well, I saved Carmen now for you for last, so that you can.
I noticed that. Yeah. Although, according to you, second to last is the most important one. So, unlike everybody else, I've been deemed essential. So work carries on. Still working Monday through Friday. Going in and work about like 2 o'clock and getting done about 11 o'clock, which is nice. Home with the kids, and just kind of taking all the precautions necessary to make sure I stay clean at work. We all wear masks, gloves. I come home, I actually strip down naked because apparently this stuff clings to your clothes. Yeah. Yeah.
You think we could live stream that for the living?
Yeah, I mean, I could do it from my garage if you want, because that's my, what's that?
It's like your airlock or your barrier.
Yeah. I have. It's like straight out of ET. I unzip the plastic, walk in, zip it back up, get undressed, and then I leave there. The neighbors love it. But,
you leave the door open, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fully transparent. Everybody can see straight through. That way, I have nothing to hide, right? My haircut obviously is not usually this long, which is nice. Yeah. Quarantine hair. I haven't had the guts to actually cut it yet, and I don't know if I want to. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here.
Well, it's great, that everybody's here. We saw, or a bunch of us got to at least see each other at the beginning of the month, or at the beginning of March. Gosh, I don't even know when it is anymore. When we filmed an episode, it was just like, it was so heartwarming and awesome to see everybody, and everybody was hugging each other, and then all of a sudden, don't touch anybody, don't go near anybody, and but we'll at least get to put that episode out on Friday, which is the official 10th anniversary of Living in 8 Bits, which is April 24th. So there will be a new Wily Corp episode with the new Robot Master and everything. But, talking about 10 years, it's like, what has the series meant to you guys? Like, do you still watch it? Do people still ask you about it? Do you find yourself reminiscing or pulling up the old videos?
I know that I do. And usually for me, when I'm watching the videos, it's not actually about watching the videos, but almost remembering like that time and place. Like what we were doing, like filming in Mike's backyard or filming in the studios when we were doing the Pills episode. I remember that whole day so vividly. Like, I don't actually watch the episode thinking about the episode. I think about what was going on like behind the scenes of that episode. And I find myself laughing at just us, being as like what we were. Yeah, that's usually why I watch.
Sometimes I like to watch and see like how the series changed and progressed over the years. I always think that that's really interesting, how it just kind of like, I don't know, it changed in little ways, like the episodes got longer and like the structure of them kind of like changed gradually over a long stretch of time. I always kind of found that interesting. If you watch like a really old one and then one from the middle and then the end, it's like just really, they're really different.
It does get progressively sillier and more upbeat as it goes. And for the past couple of weeks, I've been releasing putting out like, hey, let's watch these old episodes, and like they're trying to theme them all together. But then if you watch them, they're over like a 2 or 3 year span, and you could see that progression right there watching the same characters.
You released one series, and all I could see was disgruntled Diana. It was 4 or 5 of the still shots, and I'm like, that's just disgruntled Diana in every single one of those. That's all I saw. It wasn't Mario. It wasn't the plumbers. It was disgruntled Diana.
No, kind of like what Carmen said. Like, I like how, like, we have our core group, but then we watch all the new additions that have come in over the years. Kind of see the progression, and then we got even bigger. We got AVGN. We got a lot of the YouTube. I like to see that the cast has grown substantially since the beginning, yet still retained a core.
Yeah, and I'm as one of the, I guess, other than Mike Ponner, I'm like probably the person that's been doing this with Mike Lecision the longest, randomly videotaping things. And I think this is the most core of what the Mixed Nuts production seems to have been for, like, as from my perspective, which is going out, having fun, making some art, laughing about it. I mean, really to echo Carmen, like you think back to the times you shoot those. I mean, I've only been in probably 3 or 4 over the years since I'm out here. And I just remember vividly meeting, Jeff the first time, and, growing like veins out of my head, like shouting at him for the first time I met him, and him just laughing at me like repeatedly. So I actually ran out of stamina at some point when I was 25, trying to yell at him and saying "hut" 800 times. And that's the things I remember.
Hey, speaking of the devil, we were talking about that, or Kevin.
Hey,
there he is. There's Mr. Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
look at that hair.
Jeff, you have no hair. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That hair.
Your hair?
What's up? Oh, I got rid of it.
He's got the quarantine haircut.
I'm like, yeah, it's like the only look I've never done, so why not do it? And now I can rival Joey for villain roles.
No, I'm gonna shave mine too, I think. So we'll be twins. Yeah, we'll be twins.
That's like the opposite of everyone else's quarantine hair.
Yeah, I went for it.
Longer.
Everybody else is just growing out, and he just got rid of it.
I've grown it out. I've done everything except get it like past my shoulders, but whatever. You guys look great. This is like showing me all of you guys in like 3-second blips. I love it.
Well, Jeff, like what we were talking about, everybody, like what's everybody been up to, and talking about the series. And since you just joined us, what have you been up to?
Oh my goodness. My sister's owned a farm now, and that's pretty much what I've been doing. The quarantine hasn't been nice to me, going down and seeing all the animals, but that's what I've been working on. I've also been writing a lot. So that's happening, and if that goes well, you'll hear about that. Carmen, hey man.
Hi. Hi, Jeff.
Carmen was saying when we've been releasing the new episodes, it's like the progression of Diana faces. And I know Diana faces are always very popular. Because that was like everybody had a catchphrase or a character, but like yours was just the Diana face. So Diana, like what do you think looking back at that, seeing your progression to the angry Diana faces and all that?
It got worse but better at the same time.
You got to interact with a lot of people that were always trying to one-up each other on improv jokes between Joey, Carmen, and Jeff. And who do you, like, out of everybody, who would make you laugh the most?
Probably Jeff.
Aw.
I mean, everybody would make me laugh, but Jeff would make me laugh probably the most. I was just watching like all the outtakes the other day, and I was dying laughing. I don't even know if any of them made sense to me, but just everybody laughing made me harder.
That was intentional. I'd always kind of try to make you giggle during the takes. I was always thinking of the outtake reel.
We pride ourselves in the outtakes more than we actually do the episodes.
I think that's unanimous.
Well, there's always more content there. I mean, Carmen, you've always had a history of doing this to me. You know that you would make me laugh. So you just do whatever you can to make me laugh more behind the camera.
Well, usually, because that's how we gauge our, not just me, but that's how Joey and Jeff and Kevin, we all kind of gauged your reaction. If we got you to laugh, then we knew that we were doing something right.
It's the George Lucas test.
Usually. I watched the outtakes of the most recent episode over and over again, behind the scenes stuff, over and over again, just laughing. Because if we ever had a night where we all just got together, I don't think we would stop laughing the entire night. And it would be, you just put a camera like up in a tree and just watch us from a distance. And like, yeah, there's that mixed nuts crew again, just going at it, doing what they do.
It was the only time we were all together, the Techno Bowl. Like, that was pretty much everybody, right? Was anyone missing there on Techno Bowl?
It was mostly the dudes.
Yeah, well, all right, good point. Yeah, it was definitely a Techno dude day.
Sarah, you kind of joined us much more later in the series and were instrumental when we did Super Plumber Brothers. Like, you got to see it from both ends because you were on camera for every episode. We filmed most of your stuff in one day, but then you were instrumental behind the scenes. Like, what is it like kind of having your feet in both ends?
How I always was with me coming in, you've always kind of allowed me a lot of freedom. Even like first day back when we did Matt and Joey were playing, Luigi, Diana, you were there. That was like the first episode I had a speaking role in. And I remember like Adam was there, Square Painter was there. And I was like, hey, I have like a suggestion. And I gave it to you. And you're like, tell him. And I went, oh, okay. So then from there, it was like easy to just kind of offer input or help where needed. And, you know, it allowed me to grow as an artist. So I was always happy to do it. And it's such a treat to kind of just see everybody working and not, you know, like just to see the group working from all angles and get kind of jumped in from time to time too.
Well, I think that was also improv was such a big part of what we did and coming up with things on the fly. There was always a script, but I always tried to make sure that everybody had their input. And sometimes I never cut. I just let the camera roll and see what you guys come up with.
That's kind of the point, right? That's what we do. That's usually, I think the whole one of the Commando episodes was like, we had a script, but I think like 2 shots into the filming of it, we threw it out the window and just kind of made it up.
You stuck me in a car with like, I was supposed to leave a voicemail, I think.
Oh, Joey, yeah.
That was your very first one.
Yeah, that was the very first one, right? So that was like straight improv, pretty much. But that was fun.
Something about flooding and ruining your plans with the princess, and she should go without you, and you have to swim. You have to swim with the princess.
Yeah, it was quite a bit. I was tired at the end of it.
You're just in there screaming and yelling, like, because we had to find somewhere quiet for him to record, so he just went in the car and put a microphone in there, and Jobo, Diana, and I in January were sitting outside the car, just listening to it.
I was going to say one of like the best parts about being on set, whether you're performing or not, is just that banter, that back and forth. The fact that the scripts are very much a suggestion. You really do. You just allow everybody to get lost in the banter and the dialogue, and some of the strangest things come out of people's mouths, like things that haven't even made it into like even the behind the scenes stuff. It gets bizarre. Like that day we did like my scenes all day. I remember by the end of the day, the improv was just off the wall because we were all so tired, and the things that were coming out of our mouth was just bizarre.
One of my favorite random Matt lines, because Matt's a lot better at improv than you would think. He always thinks of himself as a writer first. But like Joey, you had to say something like, "Oh, we like vegetables," and then Matt just said with the straightest face, "Except to eat." And we kept it in there, and that was not scripted at all. That was just Matt improving, and it was so perfect in every way. And it's one of my favorite lines in the show.
What else does he like them for? That's what I want to know. Follow up.
Throw.
No, we throw.
It's kind of the way Matt and I got into character. We would kind of like riff off each other for a little bit. So like a lot of our dialogue, the first episode especially, where we kind of do our asides after Jenna, all of our asides that we do with one another. I mean, we just straight up improv those, but it was good because it helped get that energy going.
You were always, and Carmen can back me up, you were always one who stuck to the script probably the most out of any of us. And that's more your theater background with us. So how is that trying to make sure that you get everything across while everybody's just riffing?
I don't know. I guess that's just what I naturally do. I wished I was better at improv. I enjoy everyone else's improv. If anything, it just made it more fun and more, I don't know, just more real and more in the moment. And I keep the lines the same, but I don't know. I feel like I sometimes will just improv with like actions and things like that more than words. And I don't know, it's kind of what it's like.
Because like, and I feel like Diana, you had the opposite because people were improving, but all your characters you're getting stuff thrown at you. You're like, so how do you keep a straight face during all that?
I did it a lot, but you know, the opposite of me smiling is like me like that. So it was easier for me just to make a grossed out face to try to stop smiling, which I had to do a lot. So that was, I guess, my way of not laughing. But I laughed all the time, as I saw in the outtakes. So a lot of takes to deal with it.
Well, you even think, I mean, the people who were probably in their face the most, I think even more than Commando Photographer would have been Kevin and Jeff doing the sports stuff. Like when we were doing Double Dribble, Kevin, like your nose was up against Jeff's cheek screaming at him, and that probably took a good half hour to get through that.
I don't know who it was worse for. You know, like Jeff, I remember seeing, like, because it was like one of those random 85-degree, like late September days with a little humidity.
It was like a mid-October day, and it was like 90 degrees.
Yeah, and Jeff made the artistic choice to wear a wool cap as part of his character. So my man was sweating all
October.
night.
It was October. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And we did the Tecmo Bowl tournament that night, and you could see me, Kev, and Jeff were sunburned.
We did the football. That was a June day, so it was more expected to be hot. But again, Jeff made the decision to wear that wool hat.
I had all that hair at the time too, so it was like Sweat City up there.
That was a fun day, though. I still think I peaked around like outtake 6, and then I think we finally got the goal around outtake 9, or take 10. So
yeah.
I definitely nearly had a cardiac emergency that day.
Well, I'm glad we survived, and we did the Tecmo Bowl that night. That was a great Living in 8-Bits day, by the way. Just that whole day, we shot during the morning, and then we had that tournament. It was a fantastic day.
Yeah, and like everybody kind of had their own spin to what they offered to it. Like Ponner was always good with dry stuff. Jobo was another character that we always tortured.
He was so good with his responses was always right on cue with his laughter or his hilarious high-pitched screams. He knew exactly where to fit in and exactly what the joke should be. He was so good at finding that laugh.
But he also was so versatile. And then I loved him, and we get to see more of him doing his Dr. Schnitzel coming up this week in the new Wiley Court one. We teamed him and Lori up together, and then we brought Ponner back doing his Dr. Wiley nephew. Just getting those characters again. I mean, Lori, you're the only one from that core Wiley Corp group here to represent that. What was it like bringing those back?
It was a pretty exciting day for me, because I hadn't really done any film since I had the baby, and it was the first day that I wore jeans again. Since I had the baby, I had just been wearing leggings and sweatpants and stuff. So it was a big day for me, and I felt like it really made me feel like myself again, that I could bring back this old fun character. So it was just a pretty cool experience for me, really nostalgic and, like a triumphant return kind of.
And surprisingly, we haven't teamed this combination up enough. Joey and Carmen. So we team, and you'll see it on Friday. They're construction workers, and that's a hoot.
That's a great.
Yeah, why did it take so long? That was so seamless.
Oh, perfect.
Some Stardust.
Hey, Ziggy. It's funny you mentioned that because I don't think really Carmen and I have ever had a
outside the Game Genie one, or that's it.
Yeah, I mean we were. Oh yeah, Peabody. Yeah, we were basketball.
You seem to come up with weird names for me as we film.
Yeah, no. Usually it's me and Matt and me and Jeff. So it was nice to get some Carmen.
I own you, Peabody.
I own you, Peabody. I had so much trouble not laughing during that shoot. You were just riffing the entire time. I own you, Peabody.
Yeah, I don't even think Mike wrote any lines for me. So he was just like,
Yeah,
I think.
I don't think there was a script for that.
Yeah, so that was just me being a jerk and wanting to put my own putting lines into it and having a speaking part. So,
But then all
so,
the close-ups of the basket, Carmen had to shoot the baskets.
yeah. Oh, plus you could tell I can't play basketball to save my life. So that was an interesting day.
You also got the Greg Belmont and Diana dynamic, excuse me. Yeah, like, and I was watching those, and the things that makes me laugh the most is Diana just screaming, "I'm okay," and then he just comes back and wipes off the leaves and the dust and back to it.
I'm okay.
You rebound so quickly.
You gotta.
Wasn't
So,
that like an off-screen thing? Like a
Yeah, like we just had her, just recorded the audio because we had Lee just push her off, and she just flew backwards. And
That's right. That's right. Okay, sorry. It's been a minute. Sorry.
I know. Well, that one's literally been 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
10 years since we did the first Greg Belmont episode.
Yeah, that's about right.
It's crazy.
I don't even have those pads anymore. That's so sad.
So are those pads now in the Smithsonian with all the other Americana?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah,
You know-
one can argue that they belong in the Smithsonian.
We probably could have auctioned them off as like backer perks. People would have bought them.
Well, I should have done that.
Was there like for Greg Beaumont? He was a real video game character, wasn't he? Or did you guys make him up?
What was it? Okay, I think I remember in the original one, it was supposed to be just like I'm a Belmont, and that was supposed to be the episode was just supposed to be called Emo Vampire Hunter. But you know me, right before we rolled, I had a thought, and I asked, "Can I say I'm Greg Belmont?" Just for no reason. And Mike was like, "Sure." And then when he sent me the link, like 2 hours later, when he edited it together, it said, the email said, Greg Belmont, Emo Vampire Hunter. And I was like,
That's awesome.
The
Yeah.
funniest thing about that was I found there was another Castlevania web series out there with a character named Greg Belmont.
That's right. But our date was our date before?
We were first, or at least our release was first.
They stole
Whatever.
his character.
Whatever.
And it was, and because I was looking up one time, like out of curiosity, typing in Greg Belmont on a YouTube search, and it came up, and I was like, "What's this?" And then, I found out there was another Mixed Nuts Productions somewhere out there too.
Yeah, I think there was another Living in 8-Bits out there too, from what I remember.
Oh, that's funny.
It was like, what was it, like 8-Bit Living or something like that?
It's a different show entirely. It's lifestyle.
Reality.
Do you guys ever think about ideas that we had that we never got to film, or
Oh,
things that you would
constantly.
like to do?
Oh yeah, I want to continue the sports genre, and I really Mike and I would talk about this. I want to make bases loaded thing, and what I like about bases loaded, I'm an only child, so I used to play myself in bases loaded. I'd pitch, I'd hit, I'd field. It sounds more complicated than it is, but when you're 6, for some reason you're able to do these wild feats of mystery that you can never do when you're older. But all the players move together. Like if you ever played bases loaded 3, like if you want to try to get a ball in the gap, you have to either pick the left fielder or the center fielder to run towards it because the other guy runs the other way. So I thought it might be funny to have like maybe an identical set of like 8 of one of us playing the field, running in one direction always. So I don't know how we could get the angry coach character yelling at, I guess, Jeff.
I do. I'll email you. I'll send you a message later. I have several ideas for this, by the way.
Yeah, Jeff actually reached out to me about wanting to do something with soccer, and I suggested, why not just do all sports? Just
Yeah,
go
we'll
for
do
broke
like
and
a
do like 5
double
sports.
whammy video.
Yeah.
You know, take one afternoon and shoot it. You know,
Yeah, man. We'll get it around when I'm home one of these times. All right.
I'd love to.
I still want to do that Mario Maker episode where I'm doing the Spartan race, like just the ridiculous level. Like I think that's a good one to run with. And
I think
I
with
think
your accent, tough mudda would be better.
yeah, tough or whatever, tough one. It's basically something to show just how ridiculous these levels are that some of these people make.
Any of them, that'd be great.
Yeah, and I think we had like a Double Dragon trilogy planned at one point, but that never.
Yeah, there's a old River City Ransom script that never got filmed, but there is a full script for that.
Yeah,
We would
and
use
then we
Simon as the bad
wasn't
guy.
there a Bad Dudes one too, or
Well, it ended with like a cliffhanger going to Bad Dudes, and I was always
That's right.
thinking if we did this, well, trying to do this reboot, but now we're all in quarantine of doing like just call it River City Bad Dudes and just from both of them.
I like it. River City Bad Dudes.
Joey, I don't know, man. You ready to play it too? I don't know.
I'm ready. Lori can compose, and then we can sing.
Come up with
Can
something.
Lori and Carmen be the bad guys?
I'll be a bad guy.
Dude, I will be a bad guy all day.
She'll be
Kevin
back.
O'Connor would have to be in it, though. That would be the only
Sure.
stipulation.
He always
I
comes
could be
back.
remote, you know, maybe the voice of God, you know.
Oh yeah, you could do like a voiceover. I like it.
What I really want to see more of is like it's a random. I mean, I think it's just a one-off, but the Dark World episode, was that yours, Lori?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dark World for like maybe other characters or something. Like maybe they get sent there. Like someone random has to deal with it, and you can save.
Oh,
That would be
that's a
fun.
great idea.
You want another mimosa?
Oh yeah. So random with the mimosas. Oh my goodness.
You want another mimosa?
There's so many random ones. Like I really like I Am Error. That was an early one. Like just the concept, that one problem in that game ruining that guy's life.
Well, that's really what it used to be. It used to be just one thing, and they were like 1 minute long episodes, and they were done before you knew it. And that was the point. We used to shoot 2, 3, sometimes 4 of them a day.
But I mean, it's grown. You know, like now, like in the beginning, I mean, we had some effects, but I mean, like every one of them has like some like little CGI effect that Mike, you know, cooks up in 10 minutes from his computer. It's like,
Well, I never know what I'm doing going in. Like when we shot with Joey and Diana on the green screen for the door going into the mirror world from Super Mario 2, I had no idea how to do that. I figured it out as we went along.
Well,
Look
it looked
good.
like you knew what you were doing. So.
I instilled confidence, I guess.
oh. I mean, it's neat. I mean, that's what that's what I'm most impressed about. Like in the beginning, it was a lot more like stuff we always used to do, but by the end, it was like it had evolved to something way different. And it's like now we can bring characters together, you know, from different episodes. Like that's like an improv thing. Like you want to do as you get into further beats. Like we can, you know, we can explore what like, you know, Mario would do with, you know, in a Dark World, you know, just as an example. Like you can do that now because you've done the legwork of 50 episodes or so.
One thing that I wanted to do, I actually do have something written for it, but again, it's, you know, we're on quarantine, was I wanted to do something off of Mario Odyssey where Mario throws the cap and possesses whoever he throws the cap on. So in the game, you throw the cap, you could become a Goomba, you could become a Koopa, you could become like all these different enemies or things in the game. So if Joey starts throwing his cap, and then Lori could be Mario, or Carmen could be Commando Mario, or we could get James Rolfe to be Mario, or like, and that was always something that I wanted to do.
Commando,
work on your Mario.
Commando Mario. Create a combination of Commando and Mario.
That would be amazing.
That's a lot of work for an actor, man. That's a lot to take on.
Can you improv for us right now, Carmen?
No, I was actually just. It was going through my head like, how could I do that?
Can we get Carmen another couple beers and then come back to him in like 5 minutes and see what he's doing?
The Yahoo would be.
Well, let's go around. Lori, let's hear your Joey Mario.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Nate Joey's Mario. Oh my gosh. Give me some. What do you usually say, Joey? I gotta.
Yahoo!
Oh yeah, Yahoo!
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. That was good. That was actually really good.
All right, Diana.
That reaction.
Oh, it's a Diana face.
That's the disgruntled Diana face.
Yahoo!
All right, Kev.
I'll do it as the angry coach. Yahoo! There you go. That's all I got.
All right, Carmen, Commando.
That's it would be Yahoo kind of thing.
That's good. I like that.
I mean, this would be Jenna's nightmare, but Sarah, we're all doing what if Joey captured people like in Mario Odyssey with his cap, if he captured their characters.
Oh, so like if he captured Jenna?
Yeah.
Yahoo.
And Jeff, what if he captured Greg Belmont?
It would probably be, he would probably just like, yeah, Yahoo! All right, I said it. Get the hell over. Let's move on. Like, Let's get to the task. Give me a hat. You know, it's kind of what.
But that's like something I've always wanted to do. Like, I mean, if we do another commando, you know, we got to do another commando somewhere because I love that character.
I have to dig out I know I kept the vest for that very reason. Like, I had no other reason to keep that vest.
Oh, I mean, we can give you a wardrobe change, bud.
No wardrobe change.
We could actually do a Zoom episode.
Good. I texted Mike about possibly figuring out how we could do the commando. Tries to figure out Zoom.
We're all our characters, and we're all playing like an online game against each other, like Smash Brothers or whatever. And we're all in character. We have our headsets or whatever, and that's the premise. And then we just go.
It's a shame, Joey, because I have your entire Mario costume here.
I can concoct something. I think I have the red shirt. I don't have the hat though.
Yeah, I have the hat, I even have old mustaches that we never
I'll be Justin Bailey then. How's that?
So many mustaches.
Yeah, we could do, maybe Lori could do like a Brady Bunch like jingle that all of our characters could do, and we could just make sure we have 9 of us so we can all.
Here's the story of the living 8-bits.
Yeah, we can you could keep ducking down and coming back as a new 8-bit character. Like, if we could just all the costumes that we have at home, we still you know.
I only have one.
There's one. I have a few. I've got a few character costumes still, saving them for just the right moment. I actually wanted to say something when you were brought up Dark World, and the evolution. When we first released Dark World, I have scary Dark World music in the background. Mike said no, because that wasn't the tone of Living 8-Bits at the time. But then when we did the DVD release, he let me add scary music into the background.
Cool.
So if you watch the DVD, there's scary music in the background for Dark World, but not on YouTube.
Well, it is in there now for the binge. I've been releasing the binge up the season.
Oh, okay, cool. I was
so
wondering
it definitely is in there.
That's cool.
Yeah, at the time when we first did it, we were trying to do something like The Office and do that very dry, monotone humor, and it worked as we got it started. But even if you watch the first season of The Office versus season 7 of The Office, there's a major tonal shift in its pacing and how lines are delivered and how it's cut together. And that kind of happened with us, and that kind of happens with just about anything in evolving with shows.
And you know what's interesting? With this quarantine, The Office has had a massive resurgence with the younger generation now, because everybody's been Netflixing it. So it's like living in 8-bits, our kind of shtick will still be kind of relevant.
Yeah, and the whole plan, like I said at the top of this, was to shoot a whole bunch of them and kind of release them as a surprise, not even tell people that we were doing this. And then everything hit the fan 1 week after we got one of them done.
We could do Jet in the Tiger King
weekend too. Imagine that.
I know because we almost did try to film when we were trying to schedule. It was either that weekend or the following weekend that I put out to everybody, and we all came together on that one. And we were very fortunate that we were able to get it done.
Well, you made a joke even during the outtakes of the most recent filming of a coronavirus reference.
Oh yeah,
very early on.
Yeah, Anthony he's like, "Can I touch my face?" In upset,
Yeah.
And I yelled at him
rubbing my face and then go into it. You know what I
You
mean?
shouldn't touch your face. Coronavirus!
Oh God!
Was that an improv, or that he just said that?
Oh, it was just me. It was me screaming at him off camera.
Yeah, he was rubbing his face. He started rubbing his face, and Mike just jumped on him "No, don't touch your face, coronavirus!"
Mike making an outtake happen. I love it.
And then I yelled at him for being
a very rare event. He's always the one holding the glue together so that we don't just turn into one big party.
At the time, that was March 7th. Now we're a month and a half into this, and
imagine Bob Ross, Mario doing it. You know what I mean? I could see it. I can see Bob Ross Mario with that nice soft, "It's me telling you how to be" kind of thing.
You want to know what's the most hardest thing about filming that? Believe it or not, it wasn't the mustache. It was keeping the hat on the afro wig.
I remember that was a pain in the neck. I thought the mustache was
on the wig, because I asked you to have the full beard so you had the Bob Ross look, but we still put the mustache on you, and the mustache mostly stayed. It was the hat that wouldn't stay on the afro.
Yeah, I think after 10 years, we kind of solved the mustache problem almost. I think Sarah actually solved that for us with like some kind of stage glue.
Spirit gum.
Yeah, spirit gum. That's it. She solved it with
Yeah.
spirit gum. It's just surviving the spirit gum. I think you've bought a lot of mustaches over the years.
Well, you want to know who also helped too? Nina, Square Painter's girlfriend, because she had just from cosplaying, she had like even the stronger stuff when we were doing too many games. So I don't think those things ever came loose when we were there.
Before we actually had a higher budget, we used to use like gaff tape and like scotch tape and like masking tape. And then we got a budget, and then we got Sarah on board and Nina, and we evolved. We got spirit gum.
Well, because we gave Sarah like 8 jobs on Super Plumber Brothers.
It's about.
And she did everyone excellent above and beyond.
Oh.
I have a future episode idea that I've brought up a bunch of times that I'd still like to do a Pac-Man episode.
That's right.
Haunted house Pac-Man episode where it's like how Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man meet, and they're trapped in a haunted house where they have to eat candy to move, and that is my premise. But I need some help with it because I'm not that good at writing episodes. I need help from the crew if we ever were to do it.
We have a lot of good writers here.
I like it. We'll put Pinky in there and Blinky, and what's the other one's name? Winky?
Sue?
Sue. Yeah, randomly Sue. Yeah. Well,
what was the one in the regular Pac-Man? Because didn't it have a different name? This Pac-Man was Sue.
Yeah, Sue was not in the original, but I forget what the other one was, to be honest.
Like Dot or something?
Clyde.
Clyde. Yep, that's it.
Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde.
Yeah, I think Jeff would make a very good Clyde, in my opinion.
Okay.
Should I just start building a character now, or should I like learn a little bit first about Clyde?
I mean, it's just a ghost that goes back and forth, and
I think you're
99 levels of that.
Right there, Jeff.
We can have a Sue and a Clyde in the episode, and they can like fight over who's the fourth ghost. They keep like pushing each other out.
That's funny.
I mean, Matt shows up with his ghost vacuum.
Just argue about who's
the name humor with this stuff's always good. Like we did that with Double Dragon, with the Bimmy, with the driver's license. Like, so name humor is always great.
There would be a good physical gag. You know how like the ghosts bump into each other when they're trying to go back? You could
Oh my
have
goodness.
a good like.
Yeah. All right. So it's me, Joey, Carmen, Kevin, and Ponner, right? And there's 5 of us, and we all argue about not only who the 4 are going to be in the game. There's a 5th guy nobody knew, and then we try to figure out who's in charge, and then we just argue and push each other the whole time.
I like that.
And then whoever's Pac-Man just gets like morbidly obese from eating dots.
I don't know how we need.
Just let Pac-Man by. He just keeps going because we're just arguing.
Sarah
Like,
could be Sue.
listen, Blinky. I'm sorry, Lori. What was that?
I said we need a Sue though. Sarah could be Sue. We need a.
Oh yeah.
Clyde and Sue keep pushing each other out.
Yapping and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's arguing and talking over each other. That's our style, right, Joey?
You got to do something with a kill screen then. If everybody here knows what a kill screen is.
No.
Yes.
So if you get in Pac-Man, if you get the furthest you can possibly get in the game, the code glitches out and goes into what's called a kill screen, where half of it you can barely play the game anymore because the screen glitches. So if you look up what a kill screen is,
Fun way to beat the game, to ruin it.
Yeah.
The 80s for you. Right?
Nobody ever thought anybody would get that far.
Like put more quarters in. We'll show you.
Oh, we're at the kill screen. Yeah, put in another $1.50. You're good.
That's cool. That's a good idea, though. I know you always have like the niche knowledge. Like I've never beaten Mario 1, but I can watch Mike beat it in like 10 minutes.
I watched Mike beat the first level.
I think you should do a video of you doing that, and the rest of us just like going, "Oh my God, how did you do that, Mike?" That might work. I don't know. Maybe we can have Joe narrate Mario during the whole thing.
Plumber plays Mario.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that though, because Mike does have a lot of niche contributions to like every episode. Like, because Jeff and I had written Double Dragon, and then Mike had the idea of doing that glitch joke, where I'm standing off screen and hitting with the bat. I had no idea what that was. I had to look it up after filming. But Mike's very good with all those clever nods, I guess, to the fans.
Yeah, just write it and then send it to Mike for last looks, and then Mike can add like 2 or 3 like good in jokes that you need to know the game to know, and that's kind of become a niche thing. So
It's funny with that because Jeff, I remember your face when I tried to explain to you Bubble Bobble.
oh, huh?
And I made sure I brought my laptop and I had an emulator and I played the game for you trying to explain it.
Thank God for that, because then it made a little bit more sense. And then I was like, all right, I'm just going to be weird in this one, you know?
Carmen.
When did Carmen turn into a little girl?
Yeah, Carmen turned into
Carmen has been replaced.
That's Carmen's daughter.
Hi.
So hey, I'm playing hero over here, killing a bug.
You're killing a bug.
Yeah, as my daughter smashes a keyboard that is attached to a desktop computer behind the screen, which you can. I'm getting, buddy, I'm getting the bug. Hold on. You guys
Business.
the commentary of me killing a bug.
Daddy get the bug while she handles the business.
Yeah, well, she's now acting as me. This is Charlotte. Charlotte, say hi. Very good.
Get a bug, go!
Yep.
Get a bug!
Charlotte,
Get
can you
the
wave?
bug, Dad.
Wave, Charlotte. Can you just wave? She's waving. I'm killing the bug, buddy, and Sammy's off in the background.
child is like screaming.
So it's Carmen's son off camera and Carmen's daughter on camera.
It's hilarious. My kids are almost exactly like me. I know. You want to hit the button. Ah. Okay. You want to sit in the chair by yourself? Yeah. Okay. She just nodded. All right. She's gonna stand in the chair by herself while I lean in, like this. So.
Yeah, definitely takes right after you.
Oh, well, you know, Sam did a joke that I would have done the other day. I asked him to get me something. I don't remember what exactly I asked him to get me. I said, Sam, can you go grab me the baby wipes? And no lie, he runs over and he grabs like a random toy. And I'm just like, that's me. Like, Sam, can you please just grab me the baby wipes? And he runs away, and then he grabs me something else that is not the baby wipes. When he is clearly aware of what baby wipes are. Like, this is you're my son. You're definitely my son. You want to be like, you did. You grabbed me toilet paper. Yeah, they're definitely my kids, and I love every minute of it. What are you doing? Okay, let's just kind of chaos. Yep.
Well, I guess I mean the last thing that I said that what's everybody been doing, like watching or playing while in quarantine. Yeah, like I guess we're seeing what parents are doing. Carmen, how many times have you had to watch Frozen 2?
Oh, no, not necessarily Frozen 2. We're more of Moana.
Okay.
Which, by the way, you don't like Moana? No. I don't mean to be stealing the show here, people. It's not intentional. Sam, you want to say hi? That's how Sam says hi in Dinosaur, by the way.
So that's pretty much sums up every parent during
Dinosaur. That's a really good dinosaur.
Specifically Velociraptor. Don't judge. My son watches Jurassic Park and Jurassic World.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
right?
He picked up the lone curse word in Jurassic Park. Yeah, you're still screaming. I hear that. All right.
This is A+ content here.
New talent.
We had talking points, but we don't care now.
He knows how to work the DVD player too. It's okay. I will mute.
So while Carmen's muted and getting control down there, what's everybody been playing or watching or reading?
I'm working my way through the entire collection of Sherlock Holmes.
The show or the book or
the book. Yeah. I've seen the show, so it's kind of neat, like, to go back and look at the source material.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been working on.
I watched The Tiger King.
Oh, I watched that too. Ooh.
Everybody
Yeah,
here watch
3
Tiger
episodes
King?
into that.
I
We got
have
3 episodes in.
Lori, you don't know what you're missing. And I
really.
mean that, and I don't know if I mean that in a good way.
It's cringeworthy.
There's nobody likable in that show. Like everybody is a horrible person.
No, not the guy with one arm.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
He was chill.
he's good. The zookeeper got the arm bit off.
Yeah.
Like and like
At the
a
trash
couple-
heap.
a couple of the employees are good people, but like the main people they focus on are mostly not good people.
The
My
employees
husband
are
would
basically-
probably hate it then, so we probably won't watch it. We've been watching Peaky Blinders though. That's
I heard that's good.
it is. It's really good. It's a really good show. High quality. Well, I watched a documentary called Babies because I have babies, so I figured I should watch that. And then I'm playing Pokemon Go because that's what I do all the time. They made some changes for the quarantine. Like they made it easier to play on your own. You can like battle and you don't have to walk as far to hatch eggs. So, and there's more Pokemon that spawn, so you don't have to walk as far to catch them.
Yeah, I was gonna wonder like how that works now.
Yeah.
Considering...
And they've been making like certain things in the game that are usually a lot of coins. They've been making them like worth 1 coin, so you can keep playing basically. You can keep buying stuff. And, yeah. So it is still happening.
I've been replaying all the Dooms, like the original Doom games, and then the 2016 remake.
How was the remake?
They remade the game in 2016, and it's awesome.
Is it like better graphics?
Oh yeah, it's really really cool.
It's the same game though, basically. Otherwise, like same story.
It's basically the same. I mean, it's a new story, but it's the basic. They go to Mars. There's a aerospace whatever the UAC, whatever the company is, building the installation on Mars to open the portal to hell to pull its energy, and then it overtakes Mars and the moons of Mars. So it's essentially the same game. You just go around shooting demons.
Yeah, I've got it on PS VR. It's really fun.
So I know they're supposed to make it the new one, Doom Eternal, for the Switch, but they haven't. I don't know how long that's going to get delayed now because of the quarantine.
No, the game,
I only
the
have
game that you were
Nintendo.
going to want to get, and Joey, pay attention to this. The game,
There's a
brother,
Predator
right
game?
there. Predator. They released
Coming out?
a demo of it. So,
What?
all right. Yeah, I've been playing Destiny a lot after the kids go to sleep, of course. But they released a demo of Predator 2 weeks ago. It was a weekend. Thank you, Charlotte, for stealing my show. I know. We were playing, and it's exactly like the game, right? Let me just turn this. There we go. So you just see a little bit of Charlotte here. Hi, Charlotte. Okay, good. We're just going to carry this now. So, no, it's exactly like the movie, the original movie. You can either be a Marine or you can be the Predator.
I got
And
time
it looks
blade.
awesome.
That'd be Jesse Ventura.
Dude, it's awesome. You can upgrade your Marine. You can upgrade your Predator. I'm like geeking out over it. It comes out in 4 days. 4 days?
Oh, I gotta download that. I've been meaning to download the Final Fantasy VII remake.
No. Download Predator. Get the game.
Predator? Really? Over that? All right. I'm gonna do that.
I'm going to get the game almost immediately. Destiny is going to go out the window soon. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm amped for it, obviously. And yeah, cool. Mute.
Kev, what are you? You said you've been playing a lot. What are you playing or watching?
I'm like more of a video game guy. I'm a sports video game guy. That a little more specific. So I've been playing like Madden and NHL. One of my friends just got the version of Madden I have the old one. I've gotten old man style. I just play like one game and then 5 years later I'll finally get a new one. But my friend, we're doing like an online franchise mode. So we each drafted our entire teams. That took, I don't know, a ridiculous 4 hours one night, and we finished at like 3 a.m. But I had nothing to do, so it worked out fine. And we're starting now. My one friend's having a rough go of it. All of his good players keep getting injured, so he's gonna have to tank his first year. But I'm doing pretty good. I'm 3-0. Just things are starting to come together a little bit. We're not throwing 5 interceptions every game anymore. But yeah, just stuff like that. I would love to get a new better like adventure game. And you're saying, Carmen, that Predator is that choice?
Yeah, Predator, and it's also actually okay. You're able to play on Xbox and PS4. It cross platforms.
I got an Xbox. So anyone here at Xbox, by the way, we could maybe buddy up. You know?
Yeah. Well, yeah. You can again. It cross platforms. Like you can play it if you have it on Xbox. I can play it on PS4.
Oh,
Yup.
that's amazing.
Yup. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, yeah.
Have Mario Party?
I don't know if you can. I don't have Mario Party on the Switch, unfortunately.
You do.
I have Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Monopoly.
What do you play on your computer?
I do. No, I actually play online. I play other people.
Oh, that's the new way of doing things now. I used to hate. There was an old Nintendo Monopoly. I didn't remember that game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember I used to lose to Penelope all the time.
It had voice samples in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you would hear like "Sold."
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. The auction. I never did the auction. You would just, you either bought or you didn't. You just moved on.
Well, yeah. No, the actual rules, you have to auction it.
I try explaining this to people all the time, every time I play Monopoly, but they don't want to hear about the auction. They just want to pass it. That's not how it works. That's not what Nintendo does.
No, not at all. That's why I like playing it on the Switch, because it abides by the rules. Can't make
you don't get money for free parking. You just get nothing for free parking.
It actually it has a section in it called house rules, so you can add made up house rules.
I like that.
See, that's smart, because that's Monopoly in a nutshell for most existences. People play it their way, like Park Place. I love having money getting hit on Park Place, but that's definitely not in the rules.
Can you play as the banker and then just like cheat and steal some money, like I usually do when I play banker?
You could be crony banker.
All right, we're not gonna make Joey the
American
banker.
Oh.
Player 2 is the banker. He's skimming a little off the top, just a little bit, not enough.
And gotta love capitalism.
I got a rough run on boardwalk, so I need a bailout. So I initiate a stimulus check to my
Everybody who was the banker cheated. All right, let's be real. Let's get that all out there. If you were the banker in Monopoly, you cheated. The banker won every time. 1 for you, 2 for me. 2 for you, 2 for me. yeah, we know how it went.
Yeah, and then they made the debit card version. Oh man, that was even, you kind of cheated as
Exactly.
I just think we should have like 30 minutes with Carmen. Dadding with Carmen would be a fun episode.
Wait, what?
I think just an episode of you being dad, playing dad.
Oh, dadding with Carmen? Video games aside, my son has the best imagination ever. Ever. Like, he seriously was looking out the back window one day. He's like, Dad, you see that? I said, no, what? And I'm looking, and he goes, there's a velociraptor on the deck.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, I'm just kind of like, being me, I'm just like, oh, yeah. Yeah. And he grabs his blaster, which in Nerf World, when you have kids, Nerf World's blaster. He grabs the blaster, and he's like pointing out the window. He goes, Dad, make sure you shoot the raptor, but you got to shoot the bad one, not the good one. I'm like, right. Okay.
You didn't shoot his friend, did you? You didn't shoot his friend, right?
No. Oh, no.
All right.
No, I made sure I lined it up and pointed out to which chair was the raptor. No, I have to go be dad right now. I will be back in 2 minutes, maybe. I don't know. Banana. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Yeah, I was corrected.
So what I was going to ask then, Jeff.
Hi.
What have you been watching or playing?
Watching, I've been really into The Boys on Amazon with Carl Urban and the superheroes. I'm not going to really get into what I'm fascinated by, spoilery, not going to get into it. But it's just the story evolution and the two teams that form within the main characters is just a fantastic dynamic. They bring in a lot of characters and kind of early on, but they do it in a way to let you get to know everybody, and I like that about that show. So The Boys on Amazon. Also, Killers on Amazon. I'm not trying to plug Amazon. I'm just saying you can even beep that out. They're not paying us to say it.
All right. It's all right.
Yeah. So Killers, it's got Pacino in it. And oh my God, it's like there's times where you're watching it like that's Pacino, and it's got the kid from Perks of Being a Wallflower in it as the lead, and he's like playing a guy in his early 20s, and he's fantastic. It's great acting. I can't say enough about the acting in that. So Killers and The Boys, and The Office is in there. I'm one of those Office people that will put it on and just let it play. Game-wise, it's been Resident Evil 2 remake. I haven't gotten 3 yet. I'm going to let 2 marinate a little while. And Grand Theft Auto 5, that was on PlayStation Network, so I grabbed that. And reading, I'm trying to get into the Dark Tower series for like the 1500th time. So I think I'm really confident about getting into the Dark Tower. And that's my quarantine pretty much.
Cool. Diana, what have you been reading or watching or playing?
I'm playing. Is today the day I can actually buy a Switch online? And today is not the day. I try every day, but it doesn't happen. But other than that, I've been playing actual Monopoly, like on a board, because I don't have any video games. And I've been watching Bates Motel and The Good Doctor, and it's very strange because it's the same actor and very different roles. So it's kind of strange to watch both of those at the same time.
Yeah, it was weird seeing him in The Good Doctor after watching Bates Motel. It was so creepy.
It's uneasy. And I've been reading anything that's free on the Kindle for Amazon. That's what I'm reading. All the free books.
Readings, I'm impressed.
Like $1.
I've got books lined up here, but they get moved to a new place where I'm going to get to them. That's been my reading experience.
I've been reading Weird Al books.
Oh, so I've been playing video games. I'm finally catching up. I got an Xbox 360.
Girl.
And I'm playing Assassin's Creed. One, the first one.
There you go.
Those are fun games. I got a free one once. It was like a pirate version of it. I don't know if anyone remembers that one, but
Black Flag.
you probably know more, Sarah.
Yeah.
Like, mastered all the moves and everything. Like, are you?
So here's what happened. I was doing really well. It's going along. Awesome. And all my skills were getting good. And then I got busy, got a new job, stopped playing. And now the game is better than me and I can't get good again. And I'm so frustrated. But I'm going to keep trying.
You got to start a new one, you know.
I want to like work through them because the newest one is so pretty, and I want to like kind of really understand the game before jumping into that one because the world is gorgeous and it's like completely like open world, right? It's neat.
Yeah, this is really cool. It was really great seeing everybody, and if people like it, we'll do more of them. During this quarantine. It's great to get.
I got nowhere to go.
Everybody out there watching, let us know. What do you want us to talk about? What do you want to see? And we'll try to arrange and do this every week, every other week, whatever works for people's schedules. I mean, really, unfortunately, until this is over, we have nowhere to go.
Right. I would like to throw one in, and I just want to see if you do post this, and especially if anybody catches on to just see if people would like to see us, like how we plan an episode, throw ideas in. Usually it's round table when everybody throws an idea in. And then one of us will write a script and compound the ideas. So if we do a Zoom where it's kind of a creative thing, if the fans would want to see us do that and just how this stuff evolves, let us know.
Comment below.
Or Diana could just make faces all day for like an hour.
I'm sure that would be better views. Counts.
The disgruntled Diana playlist.
We should just, every time we do something, like, what do you think about that, Diana?
I really do.
Oh, we flash back to Diana, and it's like a segment, but she's just a random Diana face that she looks like she hates you, and then she makes a face like, and then once we can have like a hey,
When someone comes up with the worst idea.
Cut to,
When Zoom
Oh,
turns.
we can do worst ideas too. We should have a Zoom just for our worst ideas.
I like it.
Thanks everybody for watching, and tune in on Friday for the 10th anniversary episode. We're recording this on a Sunday. This will probably be out by like Tuesday or Wednesday. And tune in then and, see us on Friday. And, we hope that this ends soon so we can get back together and keep making people laugh, because it's more sometimes making us laugh, as you can see by all these different screens. And sometimes if we make ourselves laugh, then we figure we're making you guys laugh as well. So cool. Say bye, everybody.
No.
Bye, everybody.